Hello everyone, this is my new channel and I am a hoodoo lover, and this channel is for all hoodoo lovers who love to know what is hoodoo, how it is practiced, what is the culture, what is the rule behind practicing hoodoo. And I have really thought to start a channel to teach about hoodoo and then some practices of voodoo. Well, with today's changing of trends and everything, it is quite possible that you may need some magic, with you, those tricks in your bag, which you may feel that you can yourself do on others or on somebody of your own, and you can really get rid of certain things and you can really attract many things with hoodoo. I've been practicing hoodoo since so many years and I really feel comfortable with it, and there are no side effects of it, as we say. And yes, you need certain other rituals with hoodoo to protect yourself and to really create that space where no extra energy, unwanted energy can enter. So with this first video, I really wish to tell you about health, because even the hoodoo practitioners or voodoo or any other magic practitioner really gets worried about health, because we tend to absorb others' energy if we are professionally practicing it, or if we are getting attacked by anybody. Again, we have got those issues of health. It could be anyways, any sort of health issue. It could be mental health issue, physical pain, or just blockages, or sometimes it is a psychic attack or a spiritual blockage. Well, I would tell you about each and everything in my upcoming videos, that how you can get rid of each and every problem in your life with practices of hoodoo. So the first video I really thought to make about is for health, and my way of practicing hoodoo is little bit you can say it's a two-way practice. First way of practice is petitioning, because petitioning is basically important to let the universal powers and the spirits to know, and your ancestors to know what you exactly want, right? So I have got a case with me for health problems, so I'm using that person's case and making this video for you. So when the term will come, name or something, I will be silent. I cannot reveal somebody's identity, it's a privacy issue, and then you can understand the entire thing. In my video I will be using certain terms, certain prayers which you might not be able to comprehend just there as it is, so I will be just posting a snapshot of it after my video so that you can use that. And I will be telling all those people who believe in Christianity and doing hoodoo, I will be telling you which psalm you can read instead of that entire process which I do. That is the old ritual way of hoodoo. Today's ritual is to read psalms with that. So whatever you like, you cannot use two together. It is, one is definite prayer and another one is using psalms with the setup you have made for hoodoo. Okay, so I'm using just a A4 size paper, a normal paper. So certain people say parchment paper or the packaging paper and things. Of course they all are different in properties, but your intentions most importantly matter here. If your intentions are clear, it could be just a simple paper as well. But yes, the ingredients we use in hoodoo are really important. Firstly, the ingredients match the spiritual powers. Secondly, they are so powerful that they actually make you feel powerful when you are practicing hoodoo. Like for example, I use these incense sticks. There are 7 power sticks, 7 voodoo powers or 7 African power sticks. So when I light them and I keep them on my altar, the environment around becomes very magical, and it really says that there are powers around, there are spirits around. Okay, so hoodoo is not absolute way of practicing it when you are in a normal daily routine doing practices on altar. It's not that way. You can practice hoodoo like a natural witch or like a natural person, having the ability to create magic. You need intentions with that, you need truth with that, and definitely you need a lot of patience, because magic comes when you stops following it. That's the best part. So do the magic and forget it is the key to success and manifest it. Okay, so for the first video I'm doing the health one. So let's see, this is a paper which I have just used it like this, and I will be cutting it into two because I don't need that much of paper, so I will be just cutting it. Remember one thing, life always shows path, right, left, up, down, so that ways we are using hoodoo techniques as well. So what we are going to do is, we have got this paper got machine cut edges, so we want to just be a free will, we don't need to be restricted. And so to gain health, this particular work is to gain health, a good health for my client. So we are calling in powers, giving indication to powers that we want something in. So we will just tear a part of this page like this, and these ones you can just use later on. I will tell you the different ways of using this as well. Then rotate it towards your right like this, and then again you have to remove this restriction of machine cut edge and make this paper a free will paper. That's the whole intention of doing this. And then you again rotate it. So basically it is done 4 times to fix this paper as a free will wish writing paper, where you can write any wish and you can really get it done. So any angle, any ways it can be. And then again the last time you want to rotate it like this. So this paper becomes, anyways, the shape doesn't matter. It's like shapeless because magic is shapeless. It's universal, right? Then I've got a pen, and this pen has a ink. Now this ink has a specification. You can use any red ink and you can just dissolve. Again, a thing I'm going to say is a dragon's blood resin. Dragon's blood resin, you can just beat it inside the molten pestle and it will be in a powder form, and you can just mix that resin in a red ink and just shake the bottle and store it. Every day just shake it and store it. In 4 to 5 days, every element, every characteristic of that dragon blood's resin ink goes inside that red ink, and you make this refill pen. It's like this. It's an old pattern, right? But this is important to write. Again, as I told you, the properties, the things we use in hoodoo matters. So how are we going to write it? It's a very easy technique. You write the name of the person following with the date of birth. So I will write the name of my client following with the date of birth. The handwriting won't matter, the length won't matter. It's just your intention with this ink will matter. And dragon's blood ink is very powerful in creation. So what you have to do, you have to write it 3 times. 3 is a fixing pattern of mostly all the practices of magic. We have all numbers, powers and importance, but at the same time 3 is a universal power. If people watching the video know about triple moon goddess and the Wiccan powers as well, they as well believe in number 3. So yes, we have written it 3 times. So that's the way I have written it. I won't show the names, but yes, you can write the name and the date of birth, name and the date of birth. Now you want again things, right? So rotate this paper towards your right, not my right. Okay, now choose the words of your power. It is nothing concerning any book or any other thing you read on Google or anything. Those are the specific universal words. I won't say that's the only way you do it. How you feel, what are those words you feel will show a best health. So for example, in my case, I will write retain good health, because the person had good health but now is losing. Some pains are there, some frustrations are there, some negativity, blockage is there. So it's retain good health. So the same thing we have to repeat 3 times, crossing over the entire written thing. So crossing over is a pattern. We cross that and we make it happen. These are the fixed patterns. Sometimes people say that I like to do it that way. Well, that is something your own technique, and think that is my technique, and I have followed it and have found results. And then again you can rotate it one more time, and you can reframe something else in a way that blessed by powers, or blessed by Archangel Raphael as well, because Raphael is for healing. So blessed by powers and angels. So that is something, a code language you have used to tell the angels and powers to bless this person. And angels, and repeat that 3 times as I have told you. And it won't matter that it's a font size big, small, it's just that crossing over matters. Right? Now you have fixed it, and then you rotate it the last time for writing. And because you want to do this work, you want to use your free will to do this work, so just sign it. So I'm gonna sign it and show the universe that yes, the person has given me permission, and I am becoming that particular loop and a mediator to talk about that person with you. That's the use of this pen, to write this petition. And then you can rotate it, and this is your entire sweet little preparation and petition. Now petitions can be fixed in a very different way. There are 1,000 ways to fix petitions, but you know what, using oils with this will be a great result, again making it more powerful. Don't forget you have written the name and date of birth. That is for a specific person, and of course you can use a big printout of that person's photograph to make it more specific, and write the name and date of birth and everything I have told you. Okay, now what I want to use it, the oil of keep away trouble. So these are Anoriva oils or accord oils. I like them all. I make my own oils as well. It depends entirely that what all oils I have in my cupboard. I use them, and I will be sharing all the recipes with you soon. And the Anoriva oils are also good to use. So we can just take the oil and just put 3 drops each line. That's a fixing pattern which I have used and has always been working, because I like to fix it in a pattern of 9. So 3 drops and it is fixed. So there will be 9 drops altogether. Keep away trouble has more qualities. It not only helps in manifesting a defense system, because health problems are troubles, but keep away trouble also takes care of people troubling. So if people are troubling the person, and that's why the person is feeling low energy and pain and grief, this oil is really good to use. Secondly, now your petition is ready. What you're supposed to do with this petition, you are going to show some kind of respect for the spirits, and light these ones, and show this absolute 7 African power incense. You can use many different incenses according to your work, and soon I will be making videos on how to make incenses your own, because Hoodoo doesn't say buy it from someone. You can create everything on your own, and mostly we use things which are natural, which are absolutely in the environment. So now you're going to just keep your petition, give intentions, and pray to the spirits that make this person well. Why we are giving this incense? Because we are giving the powers to the spirits that make this person well. And start putting your intentions from the first step. Your intentions matter. It's just not that fixing, making, and it's done. No, everything goes with an environment. So I prepare it in a way that I call upon all the spirits for whose date of birth is, who lives in the city, if you know the city, who's suffering from You can say any kind of suffering. It could be pains, it could be griefs, it could be no confidence, it could be any issue which is taking a toss on his health, his or her health. I call all his archangels, guardian angels, all his ancestors, ascendant gurus, all his people, well-wishers in the spirit world. Sometimes you have spirits around you because they like you. There's no relevance of them to be your ancestor, or to be, it could be a friend spirit as well, so anybody, friend who's dead. Yeah, so anybody who wants him to be okay, any power who supports him, any well-wisher spirit who wants him to be completely okay, I call upon you. I call upon all the powers who support me, who support my work, who want offerings from me, who takes offering from me. So that means I'm connecting my powers to this petition as well. I call upon each one of you to be present here for my work, for make him perfectly okay. Remove the pains from his body. Retain his good health. All the angels and powers bless him. That's the first way you call upon, and you basically tell the powers that you have called them for this work. Then you can just fix your incense sticks in your incense burner so that they like basically this fragrance. They are attracted, and so that's kind of a hello notice to the spirits. You have got your petition ready. Now the second step is using a plate. Well, I use stainless steel because this is easy to use and it really takes care of the burning capacity of candles and doesn't get burned so easily. So I use these these plates, and I keep my petition under my plate because the paper gets burns and then it's not that easy. Now a fixing way, I think it's easy to visible. Yeah, now it is visible to you. Now there is a way to do this particular work. Health can be taken care of only when you have strength and courage, and strength and courage is through red, the color red. So we will be using these tapered candles. You can find them anywhere, you can make them, that's again easy. Sometimes they are loaded with typical hoodoo oils, sometimes they are not. My candles are not loaded with any oil because I like to fix them according to my way. Some of them are, which I will be using in my some other magic stuff which I will be uploading videos for. Now these ones I will be using again 3. So in this hoodoo practice, health, any sort of problem, it could be through black magic as well, it could be through hexing, through crossing, through conjuring, anything. If anybody has done anything, you can use this one and it is going to show results. So we will be using 3 candles for red. Now one, we have to use the candle for that person. I'm using brown because I feel that that person has black magic, has some kind of psychic attack, and these are the colors brown and purple are really good to take care of these kind of problems which is creating a pain in his body. So I will be making videos regarding what colors you should use to get rid of what kind of problems. So this is a brown one. If you feel that somebody has black magic or somebody has got some mental issue or a pain inside the body because of griefs and long past problems, you can use this. Okay, this is sort of a cleansing as well. So I have used, what I have done on this candle is I have just written the name and the date of birth, and then written the same words which I have written in my petition: retain good health, blessed by powers and angels. So this one I'm going to use. And the last one is the orange candle. Orange is obviously creating powers for recovery. Orange is always a recovery. Orange is denoted with Jupiter, which is again a planet of recovery, wisdom and guidance. So this is very important for this kind of work to get healed properly, and once you are healed, you never go back to the same problem. Okay, so I will be using this. Now there is a fixed pattern, but before that I will be using different oils to anoint them. So let me keep them outside, and the way I fix it, you can do the same way, because there is a reason we fix it this way, which I'm going to tell. So I want to use, the first oil is the courage oil. Oops, I think you can see that. It's the courage oil. You can make it yourself as well. And if you don't have any regular oil available with you, you can use patchouli. Patchouli oil is very good for courage. Patchouli, and you can use lavender oil as well. But people who are sometimes allergic with those fragrances, I would say use rose oil. Rose oil is also a very good healing oil. But courage oil has many properties. So I'm going to just shake this one. Always shake the oils, because the properties needs to know what's happening. And then you're going to use that oil. Take it in your hand. It's a very simple technique. Take it in your hand, and I'm going to put that on the red candles. And I don't write anything on the candles, because they are all for one purpose. And always keep this candle like this, from the wick to the low. I'm going to anoint it with the courage oil, praying that with this, my client, whose date of birth gets a lot of courage, mentally, physically, emotionally, to come back to the best of the health. Amen. And I'm going to keep it back. This same way, I'm going to anoint the 3 candles. It's a simple technique, but a very powerful one. And use a very limited amount of oil. It's not important to load the candles with plenty of oil. It's essential oil. Remember, it's a mix of essential oil and herbs. They are already powerful. So again, I'm going to pray the same thing with this. Make my client, whose date of birth is so powerful that he and his immune system, his body and his defense system becomes absolutely powerful. And the third and the last one, I'm going to use the remaining oil in my hand, and I'm going to put that normally, and I'm going to fix it by saying, this gives immense courage, power to my client, whose date of birth is, that he removes all the negativity from his body, soul, spirit, and mind, spiritual level, subconscious level, at every level. He's clearing all the obstacles by his willpower. It's very important to address the willpower, because we are going to create energies. He's going to receive those, and again with his willpower he will be helping us, and we both will be together removing the obstacles. Right now, this orange one, I want to use a oil named as okay, with the orange one I want to use the Radiant Health. Radiant Health is absolutely for every health perspective, and you can use this by anointing as well, but generally they are used on candles and stones, crystals, and then you just put it on this, praying that with this orange candle and radiant oil, my client, whose date of birth is, gets a lot of positive rays, hopes, desires and aspirations, that he moves away from the past and moves towards present and start living the life and programming the future. His blocks are removed. He gets lots and lots of great news, good opportunities, so that he recovers his past griefs, pains and his body issues. Amen. Now the last one, brown. So of course brown, we want to use that oil of Radiant Health. So I'm just going to put that. I have already written everything on the candle, so with this I just not need to put my intentions. I've put that, and with this oil, one more oil I'm going to put, because we don't know, many reasons could be there he started suffering. So I'm going to use this cast of evil oil. Cast of evil oil, it is going to cast all the evil out. It could be his own evil thoughts, it could be anyone. It could be black magic, it could be his evil thoughts, his family members' evil thoughts, his negativity, jealousy of others. Everything will be removed with this cast of evil, and we will obviously gonna just take it inwards because we want him to get better things after removal. So we're gonna just create that. Cast of evil has potential things to remove and give protection. So now this is also prepared. Hope you understand the way I'm practicing it, because I have seen videos on YouTube and stuff where people show what is hoodoo and all, but they are not I don't know, I don't find that to be very much clear, and that's why I'm making these long videos, so that people who want to practice it should know patterns of, you know, hoodoo. Now your candles are ready. Once they are ready, there is a pattern of fixing. How we are going to do it is a simple way. Let's keep them all out. Now first you want to use some kind of cleanser. That's the sage I'm using. You must be knowing about sage. If you don't know, you can use bay leaves, which are normally available at the grocery stores. You can use bay leaves and just cleanse the plate, because it is going to carry the entire magic, right? It's very important to cleanse everything. I've cleansed the candles and the oils already, so I'm just cleansing the environment as well, because whatever practicing you're doing, your environment needs to be damn clear. No negativity should stick there. All your intentions should be as pure as your magic should be. And now once you have cleansed it completely, you can just keep it in somewhere. I cannot show you my entire altar table, it has many things. But then we are going to use this first, this orange one. Orange I'm going to light through my candle, which is lit out of the camera. You cannot see that, I can just show a bit of it. So I have a candle. Now after this you have to put the green just like in front of it and in the center. So you're going to take this and put it in the center, and use this way. It's very easy to burn the candles as well, right? And then now there will be an order for 1, 2 and 3 reds. So it's gonna be 1, it's gonna be, and always light the tip of the bottom tip of the candle. It's really easy to stick. For the ones who are starting hoodoo, they should know every pattern. This is my entire way of practicing this art. There are always different ways according to the work you're doing. Now I think I have to move the camera a bit. You can see that, right? Now this is fixed. How you're going to practice it is very important. Now when you have fixed it, you have a petitioner candle, which is this one, and you have petition below it, right? So what you're going to do is, now you will take a matchstick which is already lit, or you can just use the lit ones. I use the ones which are already lit, so I just keep them like this with me. Okay, now I'm going to use and light the first one, that is the brown one. And when I light this, I say, here is, say the name of the person, in excellent health, the blessing of the gods be upon him, that he may prosper. Those are the lines you should say, right? And then this is, I'm reading from my own book. I have obviously gone through many books and chosen the best ones which have really worked always, right? Then I'm going to light the orange one. Orange needs to be lit because we need power with that. We need that encouragement. So this flame draws all that is good to, again the name, it draws health and strength and all that he desires, right? And then we have to remember the order of red, 1, 2 and 3. That is the same way we will use it every time. So we are going to light all 3 together because we want same thing from all the 3. So I'm going to take this 1 and 2 and 3, right? And then we have to say, here then is that health and strength threefold. It is here to be taken into, again the name, body, to serve him and build him as the gods would wish. This is the basic thing which you have to say. Then I'm reciting something which I will be sharing with you, maybe uploading a photograph of that prayer, or else I will be typing it to you. And in the beginning was it ever thus, that to live one must hunt, to kill, that to kill one must there be strength, that for strength must there be eating and movement. To eat and move must there be hunting. Be you weak, and you will never be strong. Be you strong, and so you shall remain. But if you are weak, then must you should think strong. For thought is the strength, thought is the deed, and thinking strong can you then hunt, kill, and eat. Thus thinking strong you are strong, and you move. Thoughts bring not the food, but thoughts doth bring the means to acquire the food. So be it. Strength to the strong, strength to the weak. May the arm lift the spear, may the arm hurl the stone, may the arm thrust the javelin, may there be strength always, so mote it be. I have read the entire prayer. I will be posting that, so don't worry. But this is the magical prayer. You know, every work needs some statements, some kind of magic which itself works. So this is the magic I have been practicing from years for retaining good health and recoveries, and it really works wonder. After reading this, what you're supposed to do, that is very important. Concentrate on this candle, because this is the petitioner's candle, and see that he is recovering. That is your imagination. Imagine them calling you and telling you, I am really feeling good. Or if the wife has got this for the husband, let the wife call. Who's the first point of contact to you matters. That because you have exchanged the aura or the energy with that person. So let them call and let them tell you, I feel amazing. My husband, my friend, my lover, my mother, whosoever really feels amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to your powers. Remember one thing, whatever you plan in your subconscious, it is supposed to happen. But the only trick is plan it accordingly and much in advance. Then only it will manifest. And once you have done this, you're supposed to forget it for the entire day. How to snuff the candles? I have prayed the entire prayer. After this you have to concentrate for, let's say, 7 to 8 minutes on the entire work, especially imagining, feeling happy, seeing that person recovery. And if you're doing it for yourself, it's the easiest. See yourself recovered, see yourself having the best time in life after this healing, right? See the medical reports coming negative or positive accordingly. So that's the way it should be. And then 1, 2 and 3. So you have to snuff it 3, 2 and 1. And this is a 7-day work. So you have to measure accordingly. That's why I've taken a long tapered. So you have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of an equal distribution to do it every day for all the candles, right? And snuff it after your 5 minutes prayer. 3, 2, 1, then orange, and then this one. The way you lit it, just opposite to that, right? And then next day, what you're supposed to do is again very, very crucial. Listen to me carefully. You move these 3 candles one step ahead. Just measure it according to you. It should be an average step, not importantly, measure it equally. Why we are doing this? To make all 3 of them reach the closest and touch this one on the 7th day. Don't forget this and restart without putting them ahead. You have to remove that and again do some candle stuff and stick it, right? Which I have shown you how I have done. So then the next day it will be here, then next day here, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. So 7 till 7, they all 3 of them should come in a row with this, and this one, the middle one, should touch this one, right? And sometimes people, how they do that also I will explain. That is more magical or more convenient. They move this one, the first one, and the third one in a narrow way. So 3 of them reaches till here, till 7th. day. That is also a good way to do, but the explanation is important, how you move. So every day you have to move them step ahead. Great. So this is the entire work for giving a person a better health. It is a 7-day work. On the 7th day, let it all burn. Let it all burn, and the remains of it, collect it. People do, just throw them or just relieve them in the oceans, river water, throwing water. There are several ways of doing it. Whatever way suits you and your space, your country, law and order, do it your ways. But only one thing, either just bury them underground. Don't keep it in your altar place. Don't keep it nearby. They are just gone things. They have taken and trapped that negativity, so don't keep that with you. And then after doing this work for somebody's health, if you're doing, you need to do a cleansing work after the 7th day. So once the 7th day is done, I will be uploading a new video for your entire cleansing after doing any kind of health, black magic, psychic attack healings for others, how to cleanse yourself. But till then, do this one. Uploading of prayers will be done soon, and if I don't, I will be doing it. But if I don't, I will tell you one important thing. Doing this entire setup, you can pray a psalm. That will be equivalent, which I told you, the Christian way of today's is to read psalms with the same kind of a healing. So the psalm which I'm telling you is, just give me a moment. That is again a beautiful one, and you can use that. Okay, so it is a different one. So it is a Song of Solomon 3. So you can Google Song of Solomon 3, which starts with, by night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loved. The first line I have told you. You can Google that, Song of Solomon CH3, and the remaining thing I will be uploading. Oh, I think I have told you something different. I'm sorry, I got just a different page out, or maybe that was right. Just give me a moment, because there's so many things we write down, we generally tend to forget. No. Okay, all right, I'm sorry, that was for something else. What you have to do for health is Psalm 23. Already Psalm 23 is very famous for everything, for road opening, for health, for many things. But regaining health and restructuring your life, everything, Psalm 23. It is a universal power psalm, right? So read it maybe 2 times, 3 times, the way you feel it to be connected with you. Very important to imagine, to visualize on the petitioner's candle, and every red candle to give that courage, that happiness, and this orange candle giving the great news as opportunities, and making that person so much charged up that all that pain, all that negativity is just vanished. Okay, I hope you like my video, and you can always write and message me what type of videos you want to see, and I will be uploading those very soon. And I have a list of people already telling me, my students and people who learn from me. Then I will be uploading those first, and hope they are of great news and great use for you. Yeah, and yes, if any confusion, you can always message me and just see this video again. I think it was quite detailed, and I have explained every bit of it. All right, take care and happy life, happy life and having great health. Bye.